So how exactly did I go from this to this, losing over 30 pounds in 6 months? Well, my activity tracker was a big help. Now, it's not a panacea. It's not going to suddenly make losing all that weight in 6 months easy because it was a bugger. But for the right person, it can be a valuable tool. So I gotta be honest with you guys and tell you that I've actually gained a little bit of weight since I was at my lowest. I went from 231 to 199 at my lowest, and now I'm about 206, 207, although it goes up and down 2 pounds or so each week. But the activity tracker, I have the Garmin Vivoactive HR, was a big help. Now this thing is a beast. A year ago, it was sort of at near the top of the line, and it does a little bit of everything. And I got this one because it was waterproof. I wanted to go swimming. Swimming's one of those activities that I like doing, and it's not boring. But I actually never went swimming with it. I hiked and walked a lot. I went also on my stationary bike. I have like a bike that's a desk, right? So I can put my laptop on it and work or watch Game of Thrones, and an hour of cycling goes by much, much faster. It really breaks up the monotony. I also did lots of compound exercises, squats, dips, pull-ups, squat thrusts, all that kind of stuff. That was really hard to keep going. I also go kayaking. I do kayak fishing. I'm also getting a hunting dog, a new puppy, and I expect that that is going to help motivate me to get out and get active, because otherwise that puppy is going to drive us crazy, and it's a very, very active dog. So I'm hoping that helps me, because motivation is a big, big factor. And this helped me stay motivated, because you would work hard each day and even for a week maybe and not see any results. That's just the reality. But this here would give me some numbers. Let me track how many calories I burned that day. What did I accomplish that day? What was my heart rate at? What were my distances? All that kind of stuff. It's fairly accurate, and it transfers that data to your phone or to your laptop, and you can sort of track it and gamify it. And it gives you an emotional payoff knowing that, hey, I accomplished this today. I may not see it on the scale, but in 10 days, 2 weeks, you will see that pay off. In that respect, it helps. It doesn't make it any easier. That's the reality, okay? And I probably could have got something a lot cheaper and had the same effect. So let's talk about what some options out there for activity trackers for you. Really, the best fitness tracker you can buy right now is the Garmin Vivosmart HR Plus. It's one of the most feature-packed, well-rounded wearables you can find. For starters, it has a big screen display that's easy to read outdoors. And thanks to the large screen, that means you'll be able to view more information on the tracker itself without having to pick through your phone to open the Garmin app. It's also waterproof, rated up to 50 meters, which is a feature many trackers don't offer. So how does it differ from our previous fitness tracking champion, the Vivosmart HR? Well, for starters, it comes with built-in GPS while remaining just about the same size as its predecessor. The addition of a GPS brings home new running features like personal records, visual pacing, auto pause, auto lap, and walk-run mode. It's also tracking your activity and workouts automatically with Garmin's powerful Move IQ technology, something the Vivosmart HR does not offer. Now, the Vivosmart HR has been around for a few months, but it just recently dropped $50 in price. That brings the grand total to around $150, which is an absolute steal for what you're getting. With built-in GPS, greater water resistance rating, automatic activity recognition, and the company's wonderful auto goal feature, the Vivosmart HR Plus is by far the best fitness tracker available in this price range. And next up on our list is the Fitbit Charge 2. It's clear Fitbit really focused on design when making the Charge 2. This device not only looks more like a piece of jewelry and less like a standard fitness tracker this time around, but you'll also have the option to change out the bands that you'd like. The Charge 2 also has a bigger display this time, meaning you'll get more room for smartphone notifications. Plus, Fitbit also introduced a few new features to the Charge 2 that should help users stay healthy and relaxed over time. Cardio fitness level, which will give you a cardiovascular rating based on an estimate of your VO2 max, and Relax, a new on-device guided breathing feature that will walk you through a short breathing exercise to help you lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and lessen anxiety. Now, this could be a great option for you because it is also around the $150 price range, but another factor that I liked when I had a Fitbit is the Fitbit community. Now, both devices have a community surrounding them, but a lot of my friends are on a Fitbit and they love to compete and tease and encourage each other within the Fitbit community. So you really want to take that into account. And next up is the Fitbit Alta HR. 2016's Fitbit Alta has been one of our favorite fitness trackers since launch, mainly due to the sleek, stylish design that many other Fitbit devices lacked. But what if you're looking for a device similar to the Alta but can't go without a heart rate sensor? Well, you want to check out the Fitbit Alta HR, the company's slimmest activity tracker with a heart rate monitor. The new Alta HR brings the company's own pulse heart rate technology to a slimmer form factor. Fitbit supposedly developed a new clip for the Alta HR that reduced the size and number of components needed, allowing for a 25% slimmer design than the Charge 2. With a built-in heart rate sensor, you'll be able to better track your calories burned, non-step exercises like yoga and spinning, and also see real-time heart rate zones on your wrist. Having a heart rate sensor on your activity tracker really does make a world of difference. Alongside the Alta HR, Fitbit also introduced two new sleeping features, Sleep Stages and Sleep Insights. Sleep Stages utilizes the heart rate sensor to estimate the amount of time you'll spend in light, deep, and REM sleep, as well as the time you spend awake each night. Sleep Insights, on the other hand, uses all the data in your Fitbit collects to provide personalized guidance on how better to improve your sleep. If you're interested in learning more about sleep stages, read the article. Now let's talk about what is arguably the best multi-sport activity tracker, and that's this one right here, the Garmin Vivoactive HR. For starters, it will track your daily activity, whether you're running, cycling, swimming, or walking, all thanks to the built-in GPS. Of course, it also has an optical heart rate monitor that will help you keep tabs on your resting and active heart rate. So I can speak a little bit more about this device because I've owned it and worn it for over a year now and used it pretty much every day. It's very good. I don't know what more I could want from a device. This does pretty much everything and it does it reasonably well. Some complaints that I would have about it is that it's just too much for what I actually needed it. I bought it because it was a multi-sport device, right? It would track swimming, running, hiking, cycling, stationary, and road cycling, the whole bit. But in reality, I really just used it for walking and hiking. Now, when I was on my stationary bike, it does track your heart rate and has a dedicated mode for stationary bikes, but I am suspicious that it was accurately tracking my heart rate. It doesn't have a chest rate monitor. It has the optical heart rate monitor, but I am not completely confident that it accurately tracked that. So oftentimes I would just manually input my distance and time that I was on the stationary cycle in my Lose It app. Lose It app was the app that I was often using. And this didn't directly sync with the Lose It app. It linked with the Nike app or MyFitness app, and that app would then link or sync with the Lose It app. So that was another drawback to it, but it's very good. I just think I could have spent less. Like this was a lot more. This was like $360 Canadian when I bought it a year ago. It's like 150, 180 now. So very good, but overkill for everyone but the most dedicated multi-sport athlete. So take that for what it's worth. Meet Jeremy Shoemaker, otherwise known as Shoe Money. And he became famous for this photo, where he showed off a check that he made from Google AdSense. And he's become so good at making online businesses that he made an announcement that he does not start a new business unless he can secure the business's name in a .com. Now, why is that exactly? Well, no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. And who doesn't want to be credible? And don't forget, you get 15% off when you use our coupon code ANDROID. When you think domain names, think domain.com.